The Alaska Peace Summit failed, and now Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky is hot-footing it to Washington, where tomorrow he'll meet with Donald Trump in a last-ditch bid to seal a ceasefire deal for his war-ravaged country.
A potential land swap deal with Russia has been slammed as unfair, but tonight there's a focus on a new and unlikely peacemaker, the First Lady, after Melania Trump wrote her own personal letter to Vladimir Putin.
Even before he was sworn back in, Donald Trump was making bold promises about peace.
I will have that war finished and done and settled. I will get it settled before I even become president. I will settle the war in Ukraine before I even take office. We're going to get it settled up if we win. As I'm president-elect, our power will stop all wars.
But could his wife, the First Lady, hold the key to ending Russia's war with Ukraine? Melania Trump has penned a peace letter to Russia's President Vladimir Putin. It was hand-delivered by Donald Trump in Alaska as he rolled out the red carpet for Putin at an acreage military base. She appeals to him as a parent and cites the plight of suffering children. In protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone. You serve humanity itself. Such a bold idea transcends all human division, and you, Mr. Putin, are fit to implement this vision with a stroke of the pen today. It is time. It bears her signature and the date August 15.
President Putin, will you stop killing civilians? President Putin, how can the U.S. trust your word?
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
The summit itself was a failure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Mr. Putin, will you agree to a ceasefire?
No deal, no ceasefire, and as President Trump hits the golf course, today the war continues to rage in Ukraine.
If you had to grade it on a scale of 1 to 10?
So I think the meeting was a 10 in the sense that we got along great, and it's good when, two big powers get along. It was very extensive, and we agreed on a lot of points. I mean, a lot of points we're agreed on, but there's not that much. There's, one or two pretty significant items, but I think they can be reached. Now it's really up to President Zelensky to get it done.
To be honest, I think we should come to terms with the fact that Putin is not interested in peace. Putin is not interested in any sort of ceasefire. He will use any talks as a delay tactic.
Trump's focus has now shifted from a ceasefire to a long-term peace pact that could involve Ukraine handing over territory to Russia.
There's systematic torture, there are mass killings, there are civilians that are being slaughtered. And how can we not stand up for them and just give them up? That is what Zelensky is being asked to do. I think it's grossly unfair.
Do you think Melania Trump could end this war?
I think out of this whole spectacle that came out of Alaska and the Alaska summit, Melania Trump is the only one that showed a bit of backbone. First of all, Melania Trump did not attend the greeting. Melania Trump is the only one that addressed the elephant in the room. The fact that President Putin is an indicted war criminal that currently has an arrest warrant out for him from the International Criminal Court for kidnapping and abducting at least 20,000 Ukrainian children. Melania Trump addressed that, and she asked him to let those children go because that is our future.
Kateryna Argyrou chairs the Australian Federation of Ukrainian Organisations. She's pinning her hopes on Monday's meeting between Ukraine's Volodymyr Zelensky and Trump in Washington, D.C., their first face-to-face talk since Zelensky was berated at the White House in February.
You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III.
If Putin refuses to stop, and if Zelensky refuses to do a land swap, how does this war ever end?
There's only one solution to this war, and that is for the West to collectively put pressure on Russia to make sure that Russia is not in a position where it can finance and fund its genocidal war.
Stop fueling Russia's war!
In Australia today, Ukrainians protested outside a Sydney petrol terminal, claiming a tanker arriving from India contains refined Russian oil.
Russia needs to have sanctions slapped on to the point where its economy will be at its knees. That is the only way to stop this war. It's not to appease Putin. It's not to give him a piece of land today so he can grab more tomorrow. It's The only way to stop this war is through strength.